Good day and welcome to the Tri-City CW4, or welcome to our website at NWASmokyMountain.com. Wherever you join us from today, welcome to NWA Smoky Mountain TV. I'm Matt Rhodes, and this program is sanctioned by the National Wrestling Alliance, the oldest and largest governing body in professional wrestling. Bruce Stark, president. And we're getting things kicked off with some breaking news here on the program. Last Saturday night, San Antonio, Texas, National Wrestling Alliance presented a big card of wrestling action. What a big night it was, as we've seen a new World Heavyweight Champion crown, and that new champion is Rob Conway, ladies and gentlemen. He defeated Cahagas this past Saturday night, and we've had some big breaks in the past weekend. Ever since Rob Conway won the championship, we can now confirm that Rob Conway will be coming to Kingsport, Tennessee at Collision Course 2013 on Saturday night, May the 18th, and he'll be defending the NWA World Heavyweight Championship, the 10 pounds of gold, against the winner of the Smoky Mountain Cup tournament. And we have information on that throughout the program today. A big night of wrestling coming to Kingsport tonight, and we'll be deciding 4 more spots in the qualifying matches tonight in Kingsport at Steel Cage Showdown 2013. And it's called Steel Cage Showdown for a reason, as the 15-foot high steel cage will be around the ring for the 2 big main event matches, as we'll see the heavyweight title on the line, and then the main event will be War Games. Plus, we'll have a lot more than that. We'll also have a bull rope match tonight, something for everybody to enjoy at Steel Cage Showdown 2013 tonight at the Kingsport Civic Auditorium. NWA Smoky Mountain presents a great night of wrestling action. Now, if you joined us last week here on the program, you've seen that Ricky Morton was in the ring to start the program. We had a bit of bad news to deliver to Ricky Morton, and then what happened by the end of that opening segment changed a lot of things around for the former 8-time World Tag Team Champion. And let's refresh your memory right now and show you exactly what happened to kick off last week's NWA Smoky Mountain TV. Unfortunately, the announcement of John Morehouse is those qualifying matches are already booked, and there is no spot available for you in the Smoky Mountain Cup tournament.
You know, I have been in this promotion for 3 years, and every single year I have had a spot on the Smoky Mountain Cup. That spot means the world to me. There's one thing that means more, and that's respect. And Ricky Morton, nobody deserves that spot more than you. So you can have my spot.
I want everybody to know on April 26th in Kingsport that I will be there. And sometimes it's hard in this business to make a promise, especially a promise you can't keep. But I guarantee all your fans, and I guarantee everything, and you, that I'll be wrestling for the NWA World Heavyweight title. Thank you, guys.
Fans, please give it. Get enough of NWA Smoky Mountain? Do you enjoy watching NWA Smoky Mountain TV and want to see more of your favorite stars? Then I have good news for you. Our website, NWASmokyMountain.com, is the place you need to be for all the exclusive news, exclusive matches, exclusive blogs by your favorite NWA Smoky Mountain stars, and much more.
You may be wondering where we are. You see, for those of you who don't know, we are right down the road from the Civic Auditorium. We are at the Kingsport Renaissance Center. And what does the Illuminati do at the Renaissance Center? You see, before we get into the violence of being inside a steel cage, we like to relax ourselves. You see, this facility is serene. This facility is peaceful. We come here because we are men of the Renaissance era. We are men of articulation. We are men of intelligence. that will give way when we step inside that steel cage this Saturday night in Kingsport. You see, Jeff Conley, with all your military experience, you know how to build an army. You've got Air America, the high-flying specialist, yourself, the submission specialist, and then you go for the big gun. Keith Knox, the powerhouse, the man who can brawl with the best of them. You guys got yourself a good partner, but you see, we're a little different than you. There are some bonds that cannot be broken. The Illuminati is a bond that shall be forever. Myself, Chris Richards, Rob Knight, when we want to build an army, we go to our blood. We pull from that bond, and we get stronger. And this Saturday night, we will be stronger than ever, because we've got ourselves a partner.
That's right. You know, when I started in professional wrestling over 10 years ago, I always had a big smile on my face. I was always one of the happiest people in life. But being in professional wrestling for over 10 years, the smile on my face has went away because of the anger of different things that happen in your life as you get older. See, when you look in my eyes, it's a different person behind them now. It's not the happy-go-lucky guy anymore. It's a guy with a black heart and an evil soul. And when I get in a cage with 4 people that I don't like to begin with, I'm going to do what I do best, and that is hurt people. But just like Tony Givens said, the Illuminati, we're a bond. We have a bond that cannot be broken. And once you're with us, you are truly with us for eternity. And this Saturday night, the Kingsport Civic Auditorium and War Games, we're going to have another one of our brothers come and watch our back.
You know, as they were talking about, this place is one of the most prestigious establishments in Kingsport. I want you to look at the most prestigious establishment in Kingsport wrestling history. Right now, right here, War Games cage match. Nick Hammond's back in the Civic Auditorium, first time in 2 years. You boys, whether it's personal, whether it's not, I'm there to win matches. I'm there to win championships. I'm there for success, money, and women. By hook or by crook, the method is really irrelevant. Illuminati's walking into that cage, laying a beating on you boys like the city of Kingsport and the Civic Auditorium has never seen.
Let's go for bad.
And then we're going to walk out of there and start our reign of terror like we have never done it before. But you know, we don't have to tell you. You already know.
If you guys thought this was over, if you thought the Illuminati problem was lessening, was going away, you're dead wrong. Because we're better than ever, we're tougher than ever, and we're stronger than ever. And you will all understand why he who holds the power rules the world.
The spring of 2013 is shaping up to be the biggest ever for NWA Smoky Mountain. And things are going to be trucking right along on Saturday night, May the 18th, as NWA Smoky Mountain presents Collision Course, one of the biggest events of the year for Smoky Mountain Wrestling. And we talked about earlier, Rob Conway, the new World Heavyweight Champion. It's already been signed. He's already confirmed with us here at the NWA Smoky Mountain. He will be in Kingsport, Tennessee on Saturday night, May the 18th, and defending the World Heavyweight Championship against the winner of the Smoky Mountain Cup that'll take place on Friday night, April the 26th. The buzz is growing about this big event coming to the Kingsport Civic Auditorium, the biggest event of the year for NWA Smoky Mountain. We don't know the main event. We've talked about it now for the past 6 weeks here on this program. Davey Richards, Chase Owens, one-on-one NWA World Junior Heavyweight title on the line, but it's about a lot more than titles with these two men. A match that a lot of people are looking forward to seeing, and this match will definitely be one for the ages on the 26th. In a Smoky Mountain Cup tournament, pitting 12 of the best wrestlers in the United States in Kingsport, Tennessee, under one roof for one night on the 26th. It's going to be a barn burner of a tournament. We don't know the 8 men that are announced. We'll determine the next 4 tonight in Kingsport, Tennessee. Last week on the program, to start things off, we saw it just a moment ago. Former 8-time World Tag Team Champion Ricky Morton is in the tournament. The decision was okayed by John Morehouse. Jeff Conley gave his spot up to his fellow competitor Ricky Morton to give him one more shot at glory and the NWA World Heavyweight title. The former 5-time World Heavyweight Champion, Scrap Iron, Adam Pearce, a man that's not been in the NWA in quite some time. The last time he was surrounded by controversy. Adam Pearce makes his return to the NWA on April the 26th. King Shane Williams, a man known throughout the South as one of the best wrestlers on the independent scene. He's coming back to Kingsport, Tennessee. It's been a long time, but he's coming back for the Smoky Mountain Cup tournament. Let's not forget about the Smoky Mountain Heavyweight Champion, Jason the Gift Kincaid, the wrestling extraordinaire Sigmund. These 2 men in the same tournament, that is going to end up, I think, with some interesting things right there. And those 2 men will face off tonight, but more on that in just a moment. Let's not forget about Kyle O'Reilly, one half of the Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions. What a big addition that is to the Smoky Mountain Cup. And Tony Kazina, ladies and gentlemen, big addition right there. We know how hot-tempered he is, and he can just snap at the snap of your fingers. And the National Heavyweight Champion, Mr. Damian Wayne. All under one roof. This Smoky Mountain Cup tournament is going to be one for the ages that people will talk about for years to come. Make plans to join us now on Friday night, April the 26th. Tickets are going fast, but go to our website right now. Click the link. Go get your tickets at brownpapertickets.com while they are still available, because we just checked just a few moments ago. Tickets are flying out the window, so you want to be sure you get a good seat for Friday night, April the 26th. Now coming to Elizabethton, Tennessee, Saturday night, April the 6th, Elizabethton High School. Big fundraiser for the Carter County Sports Hall of Fame. What a big night it's going to be. Last time we were up in Elizabethton, over 750 paid members of the NWA Smoky Mountain fan base showed up to support. What a great night it was, and an even bigger night it's going to be coming up on Saturday night, April the 6th. We already know some of the matches. Let's talk about those. Right now in the main event for the NWA Tennessee Tag Team Championships, it's going to be the Illuminatis, Tony Gibbons, Chris Richards, the team up to defend their championships against Elizabethton's own Air America. They're getting a fair and square shot at the titles, because the Illuminati's title advantage will be thrown out the window. That means if they get disqualified, they'll lose the championships. That's not the only match on the card. We see the son of the legendary WWE Hall of Famer Ric Flair. His son, Reed, will be in action, taking on Jeff Tankersley. What a big match that'll be. Plus, we'll see Vince Brent defending the NWA Southern Television Championship against Zach Vincent. Big one-on-one match there. And also, in a big, huge grudge match, one-on-one, it's going to be Josh Crawford, Chase Owens, one-on-one. When you've seen what happened when Josh Crawford turned his back on Vince Brent, he popped Chase Owens in the mouth with the brass knuckles, and there's a lot of bad blood that was never settled between these 2 men. This is not about championships. Chase Owens is looking to give Josh Crawford a beating he is rightfully asked for, in Chase Owens' words. That's Saturday night, April the 6th, Elizabethton, Tennessee High School Gymnasium at 8 o'clock bell time. Be there early to make sure you get a good parking spot and get your seats for the big event coming up on April the 6th. Now coming up tonight in Kingsport, Tennessee, it is Steel Cage Showdown 2013. We've already talked about some of the big matches going on. Let's start with the main event, War Games. We already know who the Illuminati's tag partner is, and it shouldn't be a surprise to all of our great Kingsport fans. They have selected longtime friend of Tony Gibbons and Chris Richards, Nick Hammonds, notorious Nick Hammonds. We've seen him competing here in the area. He's finally coming back to NWA Smoky Mountain, where the best wrestling is, and at an opportune time for the Illuminati when they needed a partner. It's tonight. It's the Illuminati taking on Air America, Jeff Conley, and the big man, Keith Knox. That's going to be one wild scene tonight. Inside the cage, anything goes. The match beyond submit or surrender tonight in the Kingsport. Let's not forget about the bull rope match. We talked about that. Josh Crawford, Daniel Mulligan, one-on-one. These 2 just hate each other, and they're going to get it on a bull rope match, one of the most brutal matches in professional wrestling. But we want to talk about brutality. Let's talk about the other steel cage match you will see tonight in Kingsport, Tennessee. It's going to be for this NWA Smoky Mountain Heavyweight Championship as Jason the Gift Kincaid defends the title against the wrestling extraordinary Sigmund. We heard Jason say last week he likes being locked up. He should be locked up because I think tonight we're going to see the caged animal inside Jason Kincaid come out against Sigmund, who's been running wild as of late. And these two tango tonight in the cage in what will probably be a bloodbath in Kingsport, Tennessee. Something to suit the whole family. But don't forget about the 4 qualifying matches tonight in Kingsport, Tennessee. You forget is Zach Vincent against Joe Black. One of the qualifying matches, Vince Brent against Ricky Shane tonight in Kingsport. The Black and Knees Assassin Menace, he'll be back in action tonight as he takes on Will Huckabee. And it's the debut of Georgia sensation Fred Yehi as he takes on Matt Connard. Matt Connard just picked up a recent victory over the Smoky Mountain Heavyweight Champion Jason Kincaid. So Connard's riding a little bit of a hot streak, momentum-wise and mental-wise tonight. But Fred Yehi is endorsed by many great wrestlers here in this industry. What a matchup it's going to be tonight. Steel Cage Showdown 2013. I encourage everybody, get there any way you can for a great night of family-oriented wrestling. You want to be there. Wrestling gets kicked off at 8 p.m. Doors open at 7:15. We're back in just a moment.
Greetings, grappling fans. I don't know if you know this. I don't know if you know this, but I have been preparing for this night for weeks. I've been rehabbing my neck. I've been mentally and physically preparing myself for war. Sigmund, you've tried to hurt me. You've tried to humiliate me. And now you're going to try to take my most prized possession. I am going to try to take you to hell inside that cage. I'm going to prove that I am, without a shadow of a doubt, the most heart-stopping, jaw-dropping, eye-popping, high-flying, death-defying, awe-inspiring champion in the world today. And I'm going to do it with your blood.
NWA Smoky Mountain returns to the Kingsport Civic Auditorium Saturday night, March 23rd, as the NWA presents Steel Cage Showdown 2013 at 8 p.m. bell time. Headlined by 2 steel cage match main events. First, for the NWA Smoky Mountain Heavyweight title, Sigmund challenges Jason the Gift Kincaid, and the Illuminati takes on Air America, Jeff Conley, and Keith Knox in the War Game. Plus, qualifying matches for the Smoky Mountain Cup. Kingsport Civic Auditorium, Saturday night, March 23rd.
Attention, nonprofit organizations. Are you tired of selling candy bars and candles and not able to raise the funds you would like to? For the past 10 years, NWA Smoky Mountain has raised lots of money for many great non-for-profit organizations, and you can bring the same fundraising technique to your event. For more information, please call area code 423-773-5449 or area code 423-631-9110.
Say he's probably on their radar. He may not be after tonight because he does have to face the War Games.
War Games tonight, that's right, in Kingsport, Tennessee, Civic Auditorium. But let's not overlook the match with Derek Billings right now. Maybe some people may think it's unfair. Jeff Conley said he'll take this match in stride. Jeff Conley's not whining that he has to compete, you know, some 8 hours away from having to compete again tonight in Kingsport, Tennessee. And fans, it's going to be a big night of wrestling at the Kingsport Civic Auditorium War Games cage match. I am so excited. I cannot wait for that great night.
Well, it's going to be a great match, but let's not distract from the match taking place right here.
Yeah, he's got to get by. He's got to get by the opponent now. You're right, to make it to the night.
Well, Jeff Conley is a very tough individual, but he's in there with a man that is double tough and extremely dangerous. Well, this could end up being a bad thing for him that he's so courageous that he'd take this match on the night of the War Games.
It's so fitting. Ooh, and a backbreaker. It's so fitting that tonight's called War Games. And Jeff Conley, you know, served in the Afghan War, you know, served his country. And I told him, I asked him earlier, I said, Jeff, I know you remember being in Afghanistan. He goes, of course. I said, well, channel those memories, because that's what it's going to be like for you tonight, and what it's going to be like for you today in the ring against somebody that can bring the pain in Derek Billings. Watch out. Look out now. Rob Knight, that low-life son of a gun over here, just blatantly choking out Jeff Conley.
So look, Rob Knight's at ringside, representing Derek Billings tonight. He's doing his best to make sure that Derek Billings wins the match.
I want to see somebody get their hands. I want to see somebody get their hands on Rob tonight in that cage. I want to see somebody just throw him around and just destroy him. And a big clothesline by Derek Billings. That's just me personally. But I can't get my personal feelings mixed up with what's going on at hand. And Derek Billings is just pretty much in the driver's seat now of this matchup. Jeff Conley's got to realize he's going to have to maybe get this thing turned around quick, because it's after the 12 o'clock hour right now in Tri-City CW4, and the wrestling fans tonight is growing so close. You know, becoming a reality tonight at 8 p.m. in Kingsport, Tennessee, the War Games. NWA Smoky Mountain presents War Games tonight. Jeff Conley a part of that along with Air America. Big night, I tell you what. I just can't. I'm so excited about the big night. We're going to be previewing the Smoky Mountain Cup tournament tonight, and Jason the Gift Kincaid and Sigmund in a cage. Big deal tonight.
Night of brutality, that's for sure. If you're squeamish, you might want to take a stomach pill before you come.
Now look out, up and over, now sunset flip by the Army Specialist. Nice move by Billings into a knee drop.
Well, there's a considerable size difference here.
Absolutely, Billings, 250-plus pounds. Individual, 6'2". Jeff Conley, about 5'11", about 205, 208 pounds. Big size difference here. We know Conley can get you into submission holds. He's a submission wrestler. Derek Billings is a smash mouth, punch you right in the mouth, basically like he was a shooter in the ring. He just brings it to you. You can relate to somebody like him, Mike.
Oh, very much so, very much. I really appreciate his style. But I can also very much relate to Jeff Conley because I did really like those submission holds.
Oh, we know you did, Mike. And I tell you what, it's great to see great wrestlers like this in the ring being showcased here in the main event on Smoky Mountain TV today. Action you'll only find in the Mountain Empire right here on Tri-City CW4 every Saturday afternoon at 12. Here's a cover with a leg hook and a near fall. Nearly put that thing away.
Well, we do have the best wrestlers in the Mountain Empire in NWA Smoky Mountain. As a matter of fact, in my opinion, we have the best wrestlers anywhere in the National Wrestling Alliance.
Definitely so. I couldn't agree with you more. Definitely the best wrestlers here in the Southern States area. No doubt. I know you couldn't agree more.
Absolutely.
Look at Rob Knight over there just praying. Is he praying? I don't know. He better pray. He better pray don't get his rear end handed to him tonight in the cage. But right now, Jeff's getting his handed to him by Billings. And a clothesline. Vicious.
Just the impact of that is like running into a brick wall.
A backside cradle and a near fall. Derek nearly lost this thing. Derek's got to be careful here. Jeff Conley can hit that crossface from out of nowhere, and he can cripple you real quick with it.
Now, did you hear that? He was not choking him. According to Rob Knight, that was a ninja hold that he learned while he was in China.
Oh, boy. Rob knows all them ninja holds there, and he's also full of hot air, too, if I will. Watch out now. And now look at Dynamite Derek with the referee distracted. Smoke Carver. Oh, and he'll kick him right in the midsection. Trying to smoke it up here. Look out now. You're going to rear chin lock him now. Pull back on that neck now of Jeff Conley. You want to try to injure him. And I think that's exactly what Rob Knight has paid Derek Billings to do, is to injure these guys going into War Games tonight.
Well, he may want him injured before the match. He may want him injured and put out of the match. But if he does go into this War Games match injured, that's going to have a very bad detrimental effect on his team.
Absolutely. We know Air America. I think that Tony Givens knows that Jeff Conley's the wild card in this thing. Because the last time we seen the cage in Kingsport, Jeff Conley made Tony Givens tap. It's submit or surrender tonight. Let the match be on begin. That's what's going to happen, Mike.
Well, that is true, because in the War Games, you can only win by submission or surrender, and that's right up Jeff Conley's alley.
And we know being a United States soldier, you don't surrender.
That's very true.
Look out now. Conley may be going for a big move here. Drops him down with the arm bar there. They're going to cover him, rolls him over. Lateral press with a leg hook. 1, 2. Oh, near fall. Conley maybe had busted his lip open there. That's the last thing you need going into the night. To get some injury like that, get a swollen lip and blood flowing. As you know, to be flowing like wine. Now he goes for the bicycle kick. He got him down. He's got the arm. He's going to go for the Conley crossface. He's getting hooked. He's got it hooked.
Looks like he has it hooked in.
One minute from behind. Here's Alex Winters. Alex Winters out here. Oh, disqualification. Alex Winters has jumped Jeff Conley from behind. He's in the cage match tonight.
Well, now I completely understand why Rob Knight was out here. This was a setup from the beginning.
Oh, man, you're right. I smell it all over the place. Look out now. Another shot to the kidneys.
It seems to me they are determined to injure Jeff Conley before the War Games tonight.
Yeah, this is just beyond brutal right now.
You may not agree with this at all, but I think this is very smart of them. They're putting a weak link onto that team by beating him down like this.
Like I said, I disagree with you, but this is underhanded by the Illuminati. They know that Jeff Conley's the wild card going into tonight. And now it's a double team assault. Where's the boys in the back? Come on.
You call it underhanded. I call it smart because, quite frankly, when you're going into something as dangerous as a War Game situation, you need any advantage you can get, and they are going for an advantage.
Need some help out here. Oh, an inverted Russian leg sweep. Devastating maneuver all the way from Sin Valley. Alex Winters, we don't know where the rest of the Illuminati is, but the damage has been done. Alex Winters has inflicted the pain on Jeff Conley. And I
told you it was a trap.
He fell right into it. And you're right, Alex Winters, he did fall right into it. Rob Knight definitely pulled this one off. Jeff Conley's hurt. War Games tonight at the Kingsport Civic Auditorium. Fans, you want to get there any way you can because it's definitely going to be a wild night in Kingsport. We're out of time. Thanks for joining us today. We'll see you tonight at War Games.